Welcome, everybody, to Soapy. I'm Rebecca Budig.
And I'm Greg Rikaart. Becky Joe.
Yeah, we're in a new space.
We are in a new space.
I know. I love it. This chair is very comfortable.
It's comfy.
Of course, I need a cushion behind me because I'm so short.
Well, I have a cushion too. I'm not exactly tall.
So. No, you're not.
I like that we're further apart. That's nice.
So do I.
Yeah.
I am super excited about our guest today.
Television royalty. I don't use that word royalty lightly. This is television
She's also
royalty.
played a villain, which is so fun, on a soap opera, Madeline Reeves on General Hospital.
Yes, and we definitely know her as Abby Cunningham on Knots Landing.
Well, wait. Abby Fairgate Cunningham Ewing Summer.
That's a lot
apparently.
Of names. Yeah.
On Knots Landing, yes.
Described as the OG bitch on wheels. Not her character.
Yes. Everybody, have you guessed it? It's Donna Mills.
Donna Mills
so
is here.
excited.
Donna Mills.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
I feel like I should be clapping.
Thank you.
You got quite a nice round of applause when you entered the space.
Yeah, you did.
It's so nice to see you guys.
It's
nice
so great to see you.
Do this.
I spent my morning watching Play Misty for Me.
Oh, wow.
Which was your film debut. Was that
It wasn't actually.
Oh, that wasn't your film debut?
No. I did a film before that called The Incident.
Okay.
Set on a subway in New York. And you look it up. It's
okay.
Watch that one, Greg.
Yeah.
Well, I do love this. Wait, now, was this maybe where my mind was going? Was this Clint Eastwood's directorial debut?
It was.
Aha, maybe that's the first I was thinking of.
And he brought the movie in under time and under budget.
Wow.
That's amazing.
He knew exactly what he wanted. And
he's so handsome.
Oh, please. I'd never met him when I did the show.
Was he as big of a star then when you got the
I think it was
part?
at the peak
obviously,
of his...
right?
Huge.
Yeah.
And I met him in the bar the night before we started shooting.
And the movie took place in Carmel. Is that where it was shot?
Yeah.
Was that a surreal moment for you?
Yeah. Because I was doing a soap opera in New York, and my agent called me up and said, "You got this movie with Clint Eastwood." And I went, "Huh? What? How did I do that?" Because I'd never met him. I'd never read for him. I'd never auditioned for anything. He said, "Well, he and Burt Reynolds are good friends, and you just did a show with Burt Reynolds." And he ran into him in a bar one night and said, "I'm looking for a girl for this movie that I did, that I'm going to do. I can't find anybody I like." Burt said, "Well, I just worked with this girl from New York. Maybe you'd like her." Showed him the dailies, and he hired me from that.
And the first time you met him, or was the night before you worked with him?
Yep.
What was that like?
And he's tall. He was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it was just...
But the two of you on screen together, it's just an embarrassment of good looks. It's just
I know.
Both stunning and wonderful. And I wasn't familiar with the movie before I watched it, but it really sort of feel like without that movie, there never could have been a Fatal Attraction, right? Because it's very much in that realm of that kind of
It was, I thought, a really good movie. At the time that it came out, it didn't do all that well. Uh-huh. I think because people wanted to see him with a gun in his hand. You know, I mean, they wanted to see that tough guy. And he wasn't that tough guy in that movie, in Play Misty for Me. So the audience didn't accept it as much. Now, I think it's, more popular than ever because people are looking at it again, and it's a really good movie.
It's wonderful. Also, it makes sense that for his directorial debut, he would want to do something different from Dirty Harry and just the guy that people are used to seeing with the gun.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because you were always labeled a goody two-shoes, not labeled. You would always get parts that were like goody two-shoes. And then after this film, like victims. And so you had to fight that.
That's why I campaigned so hard to get the role on Knots, because I knew that was the other side, the bad girl, she was going to stir up the pot. And, but I had to, I bugged my agent.
Well, yeah, when you say you said campaign so hard. So what does that entail? You found out about the part?
Yeah, I found out about the part. I saw a breakdown on my agent's desk. And I went, oh, that's the role I want. And he said, okay, I'll call him up. He called him up. They say, oh, we know Donna. She's terrific. She didn't have to come in and read.
Nice.
But I knew that they would not hire me for that role. So I kept bugging him and bugging him and bugging him. And I knew one of the producers. And I said, just tell him I really, really, really need to come in and read. And it finally got the reading. And I went in, I read, and an hour later they called me and said, you got it.
Oh,
What was it for you? Why did you feel that was necessary? Even though they knew who you were, they were familiar with your body of work.
Because they knew I was a goody two-shoes.
Right.
That's all they'd ever seen me do. That's all I ever got to do. And I didn't like it anymore. And one of the reasons I didn't like it anymore was because most times the goody two-shoes was the victim, a woman victim. And I didn't want women to be victims all the time.
No.
I wanted women's.
We got you. We know where you're going.
we got it.
I wanted women to see strength. I wanted women to see somebody who was ambitious, who, knew how to get what she wanted and stuff like that. So it was a calculated move on my part. Fortunately, it worked out.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I'd say that it paved the way for other women to play strong female characters on TV shows.
That's what a lot of women tell me. They say, it really gave me a beacon, to go towards, because if Abby could do it, I could do it.
Well, so talking more about Abby, how did you? What was your role in creating that character, and how did you ensure that she wasn't just this two-dimensional villain, but somebody who, because again, I think villains are the best parts to play, but the reason why the really good ones connect with the audience is when we see the humanity underneath the bad behavior.
That I give the writers credit. I mean, David Jacobs, who created Knots Landing, was an incredible writer, and he wrote with a lot of depth. So he wrote a lot of it. He hired writers who could do it. And we talked about it, too, how for her to have humanity so that people didn't get tired of it. If you see her being vulnerable, but the interesting thing is the way they did it was Abby would be vulnerable, but never in front of other people.
Right.
Always. If she was in a room alone or something, you'd see, she was, but in front of other people.
Well, she was also a mom.
Yes. And that was the other vulnerability, that she really loved her children, cared about her children, and really played the mother, was the mother. It wasn't just, out there doing her thing. Mother was very important to her.
Yeah.
And I just saw recently, it was Brian Austin Green played your son. And
for all 12 seasons of that show?
I think it was the first season, there was another little boy who played it, Bobby Jacoby, I think his name was. And then Brian came in, and Brian played it the whole rest of the time.
Wow.
And we had him on our podcast.
I know, and I watched that
recently, and he is just the dearest. We kind of lost touch. We kept in touch for a while because I have pictures of my daughter's first birthday party, and both Tanya and he are there.
Oh, wow.
So that was very, very sweet. But then after that, we kind of lost touch. So this was like a reunion, and he is just I've seen him for lunch since then and everything, and he's just the sweetest, nicest, great guy, and it's so nice to see.
Isn't that like such a great feeling to know that you impacted him so positively in his life? He said you were like a mother figure to him.
Yeah.
And he was so effusive, and it was so sweet. It just seemed he was just kind of like in shock that he was seeing you. It was so cute.
Did you feel that responsibility on set? Because we've all worked with children, and they're not necessarily environments that can be optimally suited for kids. And what was your role off camera?
Yeah, no, the whole atmosphere was very family-like on the set, with the crew, with the producers, with the writers, everybody. it was a good atmosphere for kids, I think.
Good.
You know, and Tanya says the same thing. You know, she
His
always
mother, Brian Austin Green's mom.
No,
It's
Tanya
Tanya.
Crow, who played my daughter.
Oh, Tanya played your daughter.
Right.
Okay.
And she's the one we had the big drug
Okay.
storyline
Yes, yeah. I
with,
remember that.
and she's lovely. And believe it or not, we've reconnected, and she comes and plays tennis at my house all the time now.
You are a ballerina, and you did point,
Oh yeah,
which is so hard, which means you are really advanced.
Yes, yeah.
But that's what you wanted to
I did.
pursue.
I studied very hard in Chicago. There was teachers called Stone Cameron, Walter Cameron and Bentley Stone, who taught in Chicago. They were like considered the top ballet teachers, and I studied with them for quite a while, and I loved it, you know. And I was on point. I did all that. I actually was in the chorus of the first road company of My Fair Lady.
Oh,
Wow.
really?
Yes.
A job that you had booked from Chicago?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
How old were you at this point?
I guess it was probably 19.
So
Something
just out
like
of
that.
high school.
Yeah, because I went to 1 year of college.
Mm-hmm.
One
Oh, you
year.
sound like me.
Yeah. Yeah. You too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That
Didn't
was
finish.
that was enough of that.
Yes.
Let's
Entertainment business
That
is
what you
calling.
needed?
yeah, let's get to showbiz.
Yeah.
So after that tour, did you end up in New York?
Not right after that, no. But soon after that, I just went to New York, and because I wanted to. I'd done some acting in Chicago. I did a play at the Drury Lane Theater there. It was only because there was nothing to audition for as a dancer, and I saw this audition for a play, and I went, I'll try that.
Close enough.
Yes, and I got it, and it was a comedy. And I didn't think it was at all fun until opening night. And I heard the laughs. It was like, oh yeah, I get this. You know, the audience reaction.
fancy.
So that kind, and my ballet teachers at the time said, well, that does it for your dancing career. And I said, no, I still love dancing. And they said, it'll take over. And it did.
Wow.
You know.
Wow.
But
Do you still dance today?
yeah, I work out. I mean, I have a ballet bar.
You do?
Yeah. I have a
That's
little gym
amazing.
in my house, and
Yeah.
I have a ballet bar. I've always had a ballet bar no matter where I am, because I just really feel that stretching particularly is really, really important.
Have you managed to keep your flexibility?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm so impressed by you. I am so impressed by you.
Yeah, no, I because I do it almost every day.
Wow.
So once you stop, it's like really hard to get back into it.
Yeah.
But that's the advice that I give to people. Don't when you have your children and you don't think you're going to work out anymore, but don't do that. Keep doing it, because if you do it every day or 3 times a week, whatever, you'll keep your body going. You'll
Also,
keep
your mind and your body, how interconnected they are. The difference in how I feel when I'm really going through like a phase where I'm very active and making sure I'm exercising every day is so different from how I feel when I'm less physical.
Yeah, that's what I felt. You know, I feel better when I work out. Sometimes the workout is really a pain in the ass.
Right.
I mean,
You don't want to do it.
This is hard, but you feel better afterwards.
Always.
So you ended up in New York, and was the soap opera your first job? The first soap opera.
First job I had there was on a soap opera called Secret Storm.
Yeah, The Secret Storm. You played Rocket.
Rocket.
Yes. Yes.
That was it. That was her name.
That was
Did
her
she have a
name.
last name or just Rocket?
And she was a good girl?
She was a nightclub singer.
Oh, okay.
Again, I was singing, and I don't sing very well. I sing like most dancers sing.
Oh, my God.
A double threat then you are.
Yes, but yeah, I did that. Yeah, I was on that for about, I don't even know how long, a year or so. I don't know. And then I did another soap opera called Love Is a Many Splendid Thing,
Yes.
which we put it on the air. It was a new one, so that was a big deal.
Yeah.
And,
You played a nun?
yes.
And did I get this right? Leslie Charlson played your sister?
Yes.
So I'm kind of skipping around a bit, But Leslie Charlson was very, very well known on General Hospital
Yeah.
as Monica Quartermaine. So did you get a chance to, was she Monica Quartermaine? I think I got that
think
right.
so, yeah.
Did you get a chance to reconnect when you went to General Hospital years later?
We saw each other there, but not really because we didn't have a storyline together.
Yeah.
We never did a scene together or anything. Hers was totally different. So I saw her there, a couple of times, which was lovely because we were very close at the very beginning. We roomed together. We had a house together
In New York?
Laurel Canyon.
Oh, here.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
When you moved out here?
When I moved out here. I moved out here first to do Misty, came down here to Los Angeles, stayed in Jessica Walter's guest house. Oh my God. and then got a house and in Laurel Canyon, and that's when Leslie and I roomed together for a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jessica Walter was so brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, just brilliant.
She was,
Who was in Play With
just a
Me?
lovely human too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I
Wait.
mean, the stories you must have, like for days, living in Laurel Canyon.
Right, in the 70s?
Hitting the town.
And this was, when was this? The 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so, do you know who helped me move in?
Who?
Steven Spielberg.
Stop it.
No way. Wait, why? How did you know him?
He was a schlepper. He was a friend of mine's friend, and I was moving, and they said, "Oh, he'll come and help you move." And he
That's
did.
wild.
And when he did that, he found a house down the street from me that he liked, and I don't remember if he rented it or bought it, but he lived down the street. So we used to party all the time.
Yeah, I know. Laurel Canyon, for those who don't know that are just listening or watching, it's a little community in Los Angeles.
Really like artist-centric. There were so many actors in the 70s in particular. who
And
lived in Laurel
rock
Canyon.
musicians.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All the musicians
Yeah.
lived there. That was the place to be.
Do you remember any of your other neighbors?
I mean, were you close to, did you get close to Steven Spielberg? You're hanging out with him? This is crazy.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah. If we see each other now, we run into each other at some event or something like that. It's, all very happy. He's never hired me.
You don't say I have some things I need moved in my house.
There was a part in Jaws you would have been perfect for.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, he's never hired me.
Well,
Steven?
Yeah.
You became a mother a little bit later, right? After Knots Landing? Or
Yes.
during?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So, and you consciously made the decision when you adopted your daughter, right? To put your career on hold.
Yeah.
Were you ready to say, hey, if that was it, that was great, and I'm going to just shift gears into full-time motherhood? Or did you have the expectation that someday you would return?
I didn't know if sometime I'd return, but I knew when I adopted her, it was about 7 or 8 years after Knots. And, I was producing my own movies, I was starring in them, I was doing all this stuff, and everything was great, but something was missing. Something just was not there. And I really took a look at it, and I said, well, because I've spent so much time, being an actress and, being in the business and all that, I want to have a child. I got jealous of anyone that I saw with a little kid running up to them and hugging them and stuff like that. So I said, I'm going to do this. And I really wanted to be a mom. I didn't want to hand her to the nanny, I wanted to, and it was truly one of the happiest times of my life. I mean, she, first of all, she was a wonderful child, and it was just so much fun to do everything and to be with her all the time. So yeah, I'm so lucky that I was able to do that, and also that she turned out as beautifully.
And you did that on your own, yes? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, You know, the strange thing is, people say, well, you were 54 years old. How are you going to be running around after a little toddler? I never felt any different than the 24-year-olds that I was, in play groups with.
Yeah. I always say my son ages me and keeps me young at the same time.
Yeah.
A big part of my desire to be fit and healthy before he was born was just vanity, and now it's because I want to be able to run after my grandkids someday.
Yeah.
So
I'm almost
there.
there.
You go. Yeah.
And now you're a grandmother.
I am.
I don't know what your grandson calls you, but
Well, he doesn't
grandmother.
talk yet. He's only
I
a
know.
year old.
TBD.
Yeah. To be determined.
But we're it's funny. I wanted glamour,
Oh, that's perfect.
I thought that was
for you.
funny. But my daughter didn't like it.
Why?
So I don't know. So we're looking at Grammy now.
That's
So
sweet.
we'll see. It's going to be up to him.
That's true.
Whatever
You should
he
start
wants.
when she's not around, be like, Glamma, and then be like, I had nothing to do with it. That's what he calls me.
He just said it.
So I'm going to jump back to soaps. You get a call to do General Hospital, and I don't know how long it had been when between jobs, but what propelled you to say yes to?
Well, by
job?
that time, Chloe was in college.
Yes.
So, and I'd actually gone through a period where I said, okay, she's away now. You're not going to have the daily mother things to do. What do you want to do? Do you want to go back to acting? Or do you want to... I thought about being an interior designer because I've always loved that. But then I found out I'd probably have to go back to school. So I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go back to school. So I decided, that I would try to go back to acting. And I actually did a number of small independent movies, which I give the people who do these movies all the credit in the world. They are so passionate about it and they are so sincere and everything. But working on them, you guys know.
Oh yeah.
It's not the best situation.
It's not glamorous. No way.
Not at all.
You go from Knots Landing to an independent film. Yeah.
Yeah. So I did a few of those. And then they called me and offered me a General Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Carlivati was head writing at the time. He created your character on General Hospital, right? As well as my character on Days of Our Lives, and is quoted as saying that you could have stayed on that show for as long as you wanted to because Knots Landing was his favorite show of all time, and he just adored you and adored writing for you. So speak a little bit about your time on GH.
Yeah.
You know what? I loved everybody there. I mean, Frank Valentini, the producer, is wonderful. Ron Carlivati was wonderful. All the other actors, Laura Wright,
Michael Easton, Michelle Stafford.
Michelle Stafford.
Yeah.
Michelle Stafford. I mean, I loved all of them. I loved working with them. But that's hard.
It's hard work.
I don't know how you guys do it. It really is. The soaps that I did years ago in New York, it was different.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, you only did one a day.
Mm-hmm.
Second of all, you went in the afternoon before and rehearsed. Went into a rehearsal room with the director, other actors. You actually rehearsed. And then the next day you come in and do camera blocking and stuff like that. So it was an acting experience. But what I found in doing 2, maybe sometimes 3 shows a day, there's no time to rehearse. And I didn't find that satisfying. I drive home and I go, what the fuck did I, oops.
Yeah, you're allowed to curse.
You can cuss.
What did I do today? Yeah. I don't even know.
Yeah.
And then I end up winning an Emmy for it.
So you're good at improv. Because I find that sometimes it feels a little bit like improv because you don't have the time. You just have to trust. You have to trust the other actor.
Yeah, you do. Listen, I give the actors on soaps so much credit. I mean, it is, I think, the hardest acting thing you can do. And people who do it, like you guys, time after time after time, it's just, wow. I have so much respect for it. I really, really do. Mm-hmm. It wasn't something that I felt good about.
The pace is a lot.
It's intense.
I remember when Joan Van Ark played my mother on Young and the Restless, and I'm sure you are very well aware of Joan's pre-scene ritual. She would have to, let's see if it was the same when I worked with her as when you worked with her. But Joan had her vision board right off set, and of photos from magazines about actresses that inspired the role of Gloria that she was playing on Young and Restless. And she had her peanut butter, her banana, and her honey. And it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was a spoonful of peanut butter, a bite of the banana, a little swig of honey. We'd start the scene. We could get 1 or 2 lines into it. And if we had to go back to the top, Joan would have to go back, a little bit of peanut butter, a little bit of honey, the whole thing. And it was fascinating to watch. But I also know that was a concern of hers, that the pace was just frenetic.
Yeah. Well, now Joan just has a container, but it looks like a bottle of whiskey.
She's wised up. Now she just drinks whiskey.
and she puts a straw in it and she carries that around, and that's what she eats.
I bet it's banana, honey, and peanut butter all mixed up.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, when we were doing Knots, I don't remember her doing that, but I do remember the mirror that had the Mona Lisa.
Yes, that was the name of that. Wasn't that the name of her mirror? I think she called it Mona Lisa.
Yeah. It had the picture of Mona Lisa on the back. And they didn't, on Knots, they didn't call action. They called mirrors down.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I want that. I want mirrors down from now
There's
on.
another little tidbit from Knots Landing that I heard in an interview, is that they would send you to Neiman Marcus to pick out your wardrobe.
I'm very wardrobe oriented, I guess you'd say. I insisted that I be able to pick my wardrobe and stuff. And they obviously had a big budget.
Yeah.
Because we went to Neiman's.
It was the 1980s, peak TV.
Yeah. But I'd
great
go there
outfits.
and pick out 7, 8 outfits at a time, for the coming show or shows. And it was, we did have designers. We had Trevia for a while. But we didn't ever have like one designer that did the show all the time. So it mostly, it was up to me. And I'm so particular about what I'm wearing and everything that they said, well, go, if you want to.
It's amazing.
If you want to spend that time.
Yeah.
That was fun time.
I'm sure.
Oh my God. I'm like, that sounds like a dream. Because it is true. You do know your body. You know what looks good, what doesn't, what's flattering, what's not.
Yeah.
So it is kind of cuts through a lot of the stuff.
And to be able to go to Neiman's and pick out 7 or 8 outfits on somebody else's dime.
I know.
Yeah.
These are luxuries that are unheard of these days, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So you went from General Hospital. You won an Emmy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And now you have this podcast. I mean, you've done other things, but now you have this podcast that you're doing with Joan Van Ark and Michelle Lee.
Yeah.
And it looks like the three of you really, you're very familiar with each other. It's almost like you're sisters.
Yeah. That's kind of the way we feel. We kept in touch all the years.
And there were reunion movies, right, that you guys had done?
Yeah, we did those. But then through the 2000s, there wasn't, anything. But we kept in touch. Michelle lives not too far from me, and we'd get together now and then. And when we were doing the show, we were very close. So we are kind of like sisters. That's the way we feel about each other. And although I told the producer when he came to me first just to say, do you think the girls and you would like to do this podcast? And I said, well, I think so. I'll go and ask the other girls. But remember one thing, they're both crazy. I'm the sane one. And it's true.
I wasn't going to say it, but you have the freedom to say that here. I would not have called Joan Van Ark crazy, but I'm happy to hear you say it. I adore her. adore her.
Yes.
But I always say
You have an elegance. There's an elegance about you, though. I will say. I mean,
but we've been in this industry a long time. There are crazy people who are unkind, and you want to steer clear of them.
Yeah.
And then there are eccentric. I would have just said eccentric. There are eccentric people like Joan who I just wanted to be around and in that rarefied air all day long.
Absolutely.
I'm sure it's just.
She is. When I say crazy, it's
with
funny,
love.
funny,
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah.
and Michelle too, funny, crazy.
Mhm.
But yeah, Joan. I mean, she is the sweetest, the nicest, the most loving person in the world.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I loved working with her.
Yeah.
So your show is called Not Done Yet? We're not done yet.
Not KNOT.
Yes, very clever.
Done yet.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you record your episodes, and yes, we would love to come on, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Did you get to keep any of your clothes?
Oh.
They might have found their way in your closet.
Well,
Maybe.
I
you
looked
still
in the
have
trunk
them?
of my
Do you still
car,
have
and there they were.
Do you still have them? I mean, I just would love
Yes.
to look at your closet. That's what you should do. A whole episode of you trying on. I bet they all still fit.
They do.
Yeah.
I have a storage space
Wow.
that's nothing but I have 42 designers in there. And a lot of it was stuff that I bought. I also had a deal with Escada. Do you remember Escada?
Yeah.
That they would give me half off of wholesale. Oh no, they would give the show half off of wholesale. They'd say, come on in, pick out 4 or 5 outfits.
Wow. Well, you're doing them the favor, not the other way around.
Because then I'd wear them out
Yes.
and
Oh my
stuff
God,
like
I'm
that.
obsessed with vintage, 80s vintage. I actually had something that I needed to get the shoulder pads in. And I really wanted to wear it for you, but didn't get it done in time. But I love it. I love it. Do you miss the shoulder pads?
I do.
Yeah, I do too.
Shoulder pads make your waist.
I know.
They're very flattering.
I love them.
It was a very good time for fashion.
Yeah.
It really was. Yeah. And
So, if you got asked to go back to General Hospital, would you consider doing that? I know your character supposedly had a heart attack in prison or something like that.
yeah, she died.
Yeah, well, no one
you're
really
never
dies
done
on a
this.
soap,
that's
Donna. I'm
true.
sorry to tell you. I will say, because I grew up, I mean, I did the soaps in New York too at a time when we just did 1 episode a day and we had rehearsals and it was very lovely. But I will say that at least the actors on my show, we will call each other, run lines over the phone the night before. We will just run lines in our dressing rooms before, like, a couple of days before. So it really does help.
Yeah.
But it's a real collaborative effort. And you have to have, your
It isn't like they're
partners.
giving you that time. You just have to find
You're
it.
going to have to carve it out, yeah.
It is challenging though, because it's a business and time is money and there is a lot to be done and not a lot of time. But I would sure love for you to get the guarantee that you wouldn't have to work more than however much you wanted to.
I think they would do that for Donna Mills.
I think so too.
I mean.
I mean, soaps are, I think, what I think is so timeless and relevant about the genre is that it's comfort and people really like comfort food.
Mm-hmm.
And I think also that's why your podcast is doing so well and why this podcast is doing
and why
so
Not
well.
Slanding has had a resurgence, right?
Yeah, because what we've found out from getting comments from people that, write in to us after they've watched, they all talk about watching. First of all, they watch all 14 seasons. They've watched it before, but they want to see it again. They hunger for it. And it gives them a feeling of home, of warmth, of something familiar that makes them feel good. It's so rewarding to know that you've given that to people.
Do you have that for yourself? Like if you're feeling down or under the weather, is there something a show that you grew up watching that you look for, or any sort of entertainment that feels like comfort for you?
No.
Okay. That was a terrible question.
I have dogs.
Okay, that works. Okay, wait, we're doing something new this season where we are asking the Soapy audience to ask some questions. We have a hotline, and we've gotten a few specifically for you. Are you game to answer a couple more questions?
Sure.
Okay. One of them is, what is one of your favorite projects that you've worked on? And we've covered a lot, but are there any smaller projects that are maybe lesser known, or something that people might not remember that you were a part of, or something that for whatever reason holds sentimental value for you?
You know, a number of the movies that I did when I was producing movies, I really remember very fondly. Probably the most fun one was The World's Oldest Living Bridesmaid. It's a movie for television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you produced and starred it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you play a bad girl?
She wasn't a bad girl, but she was an executive, very strong woman who falls in love with her assistant, the guy that she hires to. Anyway, it was a fun, kind of silly comedy thing, and I started out doing comedy. I probably don't know this. I did a series with Larry Hagman, a comedy called The Good Life.
Really?
What? How many seasons was that? One?
It was on Opposite All in the Family.
Oh, there you go.
Hello.
There you go.
Yeah.
But it was a sitcom, traditional sitcom, multicam.
With Larry Hagman.
Wow.
Hermione Badley and David Wayne.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would never, Larry Hagman, you know, I wouldn't associate him with comedy either, right?
Well, he did, what's the one he did with...
Dallas? What? No.
No.
Dallas.
Before Dallas, when he was the girl, the woman was a witch.
Not Bewitched.
Yes.
Or Larry Hagman was on Bewitched?
Yeah.
That was Larry Hagman?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You and I mean.
Yeah.
We're not doing.
Well, I want remind me again the sitcom that you did with Larry Hagman.
The Good Life.
The Good Life.
I'm doing a YouTube deep dive tonight.
Okay, yeah. It's hard to find.
Okay.
But
do you prefer comedy to drama?
I love comedy.
Yeah.
But after doing like Knots Landing, nobody ever thinks of me for comedy.
Right.
Do you know?
Right.
People just want to see you as one thing. And
what was it like, the transition for you as a female actress from being the vixen, the young, you know, hot thing, then going to like, you know, we talk about this a lot because we both have transitioned in the soap world from being the young thing to being, you know, the Mr. maternal thing, maternal, and then grandmother. And so I was just wondering.
Wait, to me, when you said grandmother.
Well, I'm a grandmother. I'm a grandmother on my show. But what is that? Was that transition? Did you feel that transition, or did you have that break in between when you were raising your daughter?
No. I felt the transition. When I got Knots and I started to play this, you know, very strong woman, I saw people treat me differently. You know, they like wouldn't mess with Abby. You know, that's before that, and maybe it was because I was on a hit show, or I don't know, but I felt a difference in how people treated me from when I played the vixen, the victim, as to when I played the vixen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I think there's a difference in the way people look at you, you know? And I think in life, there's a difference in the way people look at a woman who, you know, is a career woman and, you know, has some balls.
Yeah. And you got to play a very strong grandmother on is it V.C. Andrews, the Lifetime series that you did?
Oh, yes.
So you said it was one of the most evil women you've ever played, right?
She was, yes.
Which is super fun.
Yeah. It was fun. But she was one-dimensional.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She didn't have what Abby had, which was, she was bad. She was naughty. Not naughty. She was just evil. So that wasn't as much fun. It was fun. It was fun at this time of life to play you know, that kind of thing. But, you know, it was hard, though. It was hard. It was hard. I made them actually take out something where I kicked the girl.
Ooh.
I said, let's not do that. Come on, you know. And I think I slapped her or something, and then they wanted me to kick her, and I said,
She's already been slapped.
I mean,
yeah.
Okay. Well, I could talk to you for another 5 hours.
No, I know.
And I will when I'm on We're Not Done Yet. So
That's right.
That's
Would you
and when
come?
we're playing,
I love that
I would love to.
He's
I
invited
can't speak for her, but
I
yes,
would love
I'd
to
invite
come.
myself.
Are you kidding?
Oh, great.
It would be great to see Joan and chat with you guys some more because we barely scratched the surface here.
Oh, there's one other thing that I wanted
please.
to say about that podcast.
Go ahead.
Something that our audience has been demanding. We're going to go out to the cul-de-sac and do some shows from the cul-de-sac.
I Googled where it was because I was curious. It's in Granada Hills,
Yeah.
yes? Would you often go there for production?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
We probably went once a week.
Wow.
There were a lot of scenes out in
Exteriors,
front and, you know, in the yards and stuff like that. Of course, the interiors were on the stages, but the...
Do you have to
Do you know who lives there? I know. I was going to say, do you have to get permission to go there? And
We'd have to get permission, but somebody wrote in and said, I know somebody who lives on the cul-de-sac. I can get in touch with them and we can talk to them, and I'm sure they'll be
yeah, of course, they'd be
happy
thrilled
to do it. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
All right.
How
Well, we'll
fun
come
is
out to the
that?
cul-de-sac.
Okay. Well, no, we'll have it. Well, we don't have this nicer thing. You'd have to stay at home.
Yeah, well, that's okay. That's okay.
I like being at home too.
Yeah, I do like being.
This has
at
been
home.
an absolute delight.
I know. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I wanted to talk about your makeup and your beauty
know.
routine.
Like I said, we
he
barely
sent me this
scratched the
video of you in like the 80s, and you were doing a whole beauty routine. You had yogurt on your face.
You
then
rubbed your
cut
face with a cucumber, which young lady was very phallic.
It was like this.
That's your mind.
That's true, yes.
But do you still do things like that?
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
God, that's amazing.
But that was The Eyes Have It.
Yes.
Yes. The eyes have
And
it.
that was, you know, a how-to makeup video. Then I had an eye makeup kit that also had a video in it. But, you know, they're on tape.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I mean, nobody even has anything to play a tape on anymore.
I know.
So, you know, it's really, but I do some makeup tips on my Instagram. So
Yeah,
that's
So
kind of
look
fun.
for some there because you look incredible.
I know,
and,
you're beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. And all right, well, where can people who are not yet familiar with We're Not Done Yet, where can they find you guys?
It's on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just type in We're Not, K-N-O-T, Done Yet, and it'll come up.
And you can stream Knots Landing, catch you on the old episodes.
Yeah,
of Knots
that's
Landing.
it's been on Plex. Then it was on Amazon. I think it's on Amazon again. I don't know.
I believe it's on Amazon. That's
Is it?
where, yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Well, that's where we can find you. Ooh, and you can find us also on YouTube. You can stream us where, you can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. And we will see you all next time. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. This was so fun.
Wasn't it fun?
You guys are great.
Oh, thanks. You are too.
You are.